Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back for another video. I know I normally haven't been doing videos on Sundays in the past, the past couple of months, something like that. That way I can get ready for the week to put out 5 straight videos for the week. But I said, hey, might as well put one out today. I haven't watched a basketball time machine video in a long time with Sean David. So I seen this one. I said, let me go ahead and, react to this one. I haven't seen this one yet. So, gonna get into it. Will NBA fans ever see players like this again? So let's see what's this. Whoa, let's see what let's see what Sean David talking about, man. Let's get it.
Folks, how's it going? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. I'm your host, Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk some old school NBA basketball. Now, with the modern day NBA, it's kind of obvious that there are certain player types that we don't see anymore that we were used to back in the days. And this is what this video is going to be about. I will show you 6 player types that we old school fans loved back in the days, but which we don't see in today's NBA. But before we get into that, I want to ask you guys to add me on Instagram. Why? Because not only am I giving away free stuff every once in a while, some free NBA stuff, free NBA goodies, but on this YouTube channel. /episode. Now, the first player type that we are not going to see in today's NBA
we're not gonna see another
is
5'3" player.
Moxie Box played in the NBA from 1988 to 2001 in an era which was dominated by bigs. A physical era where your average point guard was at least 6 foot something. And then there was Moxie, standing only at 5'3". This guy still managed to be a huge contributor to his team. Especially in his time with the Charlotte Hornets in the early 1990s, Moxie had seasons where he averaged at least 10 points and 9 assists per game. 20 years later, we still haven't seen a guy of his size making it to the NBA, even though today's NBA is more point guard driven and size is not as important as it used to be. Of course, we have seen other shorter players like Spud Webb, Earl Boykins, and Nate Robinson, but never before and after a player that was only 5'3".
5'3", Tyrone Moxie Box.
I gotta go for it.
Moxie underneath, slam dunk. Wow. Muggsy squeezed through a little hole there. I wasn't much.
He barely got through that. Oh. Come on.
Where did he go? Starts to drive and Bolt just stripped it away. Takes it down against Paxson. Gives it back to Larry.
I wonder could he dunk?
Now, from the smallest player to one of the tallest players.
Mark Eaton.
Another player type that we're not going to see anymore is guys like Mark Eaton. If you never heard of this player, well, let me tell you something about him. He started to play basketball pretty late. He was in his late teens and never even considered playing in the NBA. But in the era Mark played in, NBA teams would often draft tall players just to have a rim protector, no matter if they could play or not. Mark played in the NBA from 1983 to 1993 and was 7'4". He was not a skilled basketball player in college, but the Jazz decided to get...
Well, you say we'll see plays like this again, but you got Taco Fall that's 7'7", 7'6", one of them. You got Bobo that's 7'2" or 3. It's another player that's 7'4" that's out there. Porzingis 7'3". So you got some top players out there, but
give him a chance, and Mark became a very important piece for his team. And at the end of his career, he was one of the best shot blockers in NBA history. In 1985, he averaged 5.6 blocks per game, which was a record back then, and I'm pretty sure it's still a record today. But players like Mark Eaton that only got drafted because of their size will not make it to the NBA anymore.
He has some skills though, like you see that little hook shot he had, that blocking
became
everything.
a solid NBA player.
A key member of the powerful Utah Jazz teams of the 80s and the 90s, Mark Eaton was one of the greatest shot blockers in the history of the NBA. A late bloomer in the sport of basketball, Eaton barely played collegiately in his time at UCLA, but he blossomed quickly once entering the NBA in 1982.
If there's such thing as a basketball savior, Mark Eaton was the guy.
Oh, really?
Mark was always kind of the cavalry. He was always the last stand.
Standing at an imposing 7 feet 4 inches, he immediately became one of the league's most intimidating defenders, setting the NBA record for most block shots in a season in 1985.
Mark was the first gentleman that made me feel small.
And the next player type that we're not going to see anymore is Michael Jordan. Now with MJ, it's very interesting because we already saw one player who almost played just like Mike.
Kobe.
Which was Kobe Bryant.
R.I.P. Kobe.
But now with the new generation, more idolizing players like LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, and more of these guys, the more years pass, the lesser we're going to see a player who
you can't compare Carmelo with
the one thing that was always
Jordan,
outstanding to me was that Michael Jordan was not only a shooting guard with an above-average post game, but all those crazy artistic shots that he was making on a regular basis were just simply unique. Even Kobe Bryant, who mimicked Michael Jordan a lot, was not able to pull off those artistic shots every single game. So I'm pretty sure that Kobe Bryant was the last Michael Jordan type player that we will ever see.
Yep.
But every now and then, you run into a player that has the same DNA that you do, has the same competitive spirit that you do. And you quickly realize that the bullying and the trash talking is not going to work with this person.
And the next player type that I want to talk about is Shaquille O'Neal. Now Shaq, where do I start? I recently saw a very interesting video of Shaq saying this right here.
Oh, Shaq couldn't play today. But you're not paying attention. I am playing today. My name is Greek Freak. Who was the first big guy to take it coast to coast? Oh, you don't remember? Check this play out.
Look at the big guy run the floor.
With this video, I have to
quite sure he wasn't the first.
Yes,
Shaq.
of course, Shaq would be able to play in today's game. He would adapt his style, probably not gain as much weight as he did in his later years with the Lakers, but the Orlando Magic
kind of funny crossing the ball
definitely
was so big.
The way Giannis is playing today. No question.
Big ass
But for
crossover.
this video right here, I want to tell you guys that we will definitely not see a player like Shaquille O'Neal was with the Los Angeles Lakers. He was simply the most dominant force in the modern day era. The combination of size, power, weight, and animal-like force was unique in an era where bigs ruled the NBA. So of course we will never see a guy like Shaq.
He was ridiculous,
to me, this means us old school fans should be grateful that we had the chance to see Shaq play in his prime.
I don't know if I ever divulged this secret, but I'm really a football player that happen to love basketball.
And the next player type on my list is Kareem
LaJabbar.
From one Lakers legend to the other.
I haven't seen nobody that throw a hook shot
you think about the sky
like that.
And this is exactly what I want to talk about. Kareem was a unique player. Not only did he rule the paint and the block, but a player with the combination of size and balance was super rare. There's a reason why nobody was able to master the skyhook like Kareem did. I know for a fact that many of the best bigs of all time really tried to skyhook
like he make it at least like
but they also
maybe
gave up
6 or 7 a
because
game.
they just could not master it. So of course we will never see a player like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar again.
New Cinder. Hey. With the goggles.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was far and away the best player I ever played against. The skyhook was unstoppable.
Kareem was throwing that skyhook from everywhere on people. From the free throw line, from the deep in the corners.
He could shoot it on the sides.
That's crazy. Over in the corner. That's crazy.
Once he started to turn and had his body between you and the basket, there's no way to block that shot.
No one had the size of Kareem.
Whoa.
Athletic lift of Kareem.
You know, the greatest offensive weapon ever unleashed, in the NBA.
Now the next player type that we will never, ever, ever see again in today's NBA is Dennis Rodman. Now you might think, hey, we have seen similar type of players.
No, because
like Draymond Green and
I'm about to say Draymond Green's kind of close.
And yes, they were both great defenders, but nobody but Dennis Rodman was able to grab 18 plus rebounds per game with his size. Being only 6'7", the only other shorter guy was Charles Barkley, and even he was not able to grab 18 plus rebounds a game for a full season. The combination of being a great defender, only 6'7", could guard position 1 to 5, plus grab 18 plus rebounds was unique, and we were very, very lucky that we were able to see Dennis Rodman playing.
Dennis was flamboyant off the court, but he was all business on the basketball court. Polar opposites. He was everything you wanted on the court at the time.
Dennis Rodman, if you forget all about the hair and all
all the tattoos. Watch him play basketball. He can do some real good things on the floor.
He's a very talented young man. You bet he is.
All right, you guys, that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please don't forget to leave.
Yeah, we enjoyed Sean, as always. I got to get back on these videos, man. I haven't been watching them in a long time. Been doing other stuff. But I'm going to get back to it. But let me know what y'all think about the video, man. And how true it is about players like he just showed that it's not any more players like that anymore in the league. And yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button, all the good stuff, and see y'all tomorrow. Stay smooth, stay blessed. I'm out.